Okay, so there's some other functionality to this machine that I can get into now. So it also grabs what's called pulse ox. Okay, let me shift it back to the standard read. And basically, pulse ox is O2 blood saturation for oxygen content, SpO2, okay? And right now it's currently measuring my pulse ox with this probe at the end of my finger. It's a rubber, see, it's just rubber. And it measures basically the oxygen saturation of my blood. And it also has the ability to capture pulse rate as well, which you can see up here in blue. Now blue indicates it's reading from the pulse ox, blue from pulse ox, and yellow are reading from the electrodes, which are connected again to this rhythm generator, okay? You can also get an oxygen, or rather a respiratory profile on what's called an end-tidal CO2. And in a minute, I'll give you an end-tidal CO2, and that measures respiratory function as well as the, basically what you expel from your body when you exhale, and it measures the level of CO2 that's in your respiration. So that's another indicator of how well you're breathing, if you have any obstructions or anything to that effect with regard to like congestive heart failure, COPD, asthmatics, or even cardiac arrest. So I'll get into that in just a second. Also, one other thing, blood pressure. I'll show you what that looks like. So I just fired this blood pressure button. You can see it's on my arm. It automatically inflates. And this number right here is the readout for the blood pressure. So you can watch it climbing. And it's gonna give, it'll take a few seconds to get that on there. It measures your blood pressure and goes from there. I'm moving around a little bit, so it's gonna be kind of a bad reading, but I mean, you're supposed to stay really still when you're doing it. I'm talking and holding the camera at the same time, so. But I want you to get the idea of what this thing captures. All right, so it comes out with a blood pressure, and it basically, so it does pulse rate, it does blood pressure, it does pulse ox, and it does end-tidal CO2. Now I'm gonna get into the end-tidal CO2 in just a second.